A brief history of St Paul's Cathedral. St Paul's Cathedral sits at the top of Ludgate Hill, the highest point in the city of London. Its dedication to Paul the Apostle dates back to the original church on this site, founded in AD 604. The present church, dating from the late 17th century by Sir Christopher Wren. Its construction, completed within Wren's lifetime, was part of a major rebuilding programme which took place in the city after the Great Fire of London. The cathedral is one of the most famous and most recognisable sights of London, with its dome, framed by the spires of Wren's city churches, dominating the skyline for 300 years. At 365 feet, it was the tallest building in London from 1710 to 1962, and its dome is among the highest in the world. In terms of area, St Paul's is the second largest church building in the United Kingdom after Liverpool Cathedral. St Paul's Cathedral occupies a significant place in the national identity of the English population. It is the central subject of much promotional material, as well as postcard images of the dome standing tall, surrounded by smoke and fire of the Blitz. Important services held at St Paul's have included the funerals of Lord Nelson, the Duke of Wellington, Sir Winston Churchill and Margaret Thatcher. Jubilee celebrations for Queen Victoria, peace services marking the end of the First and Second World Wars, the wedding of Charles, Prince of Wales and Lady Diana Spencer, the launch of the Festival of Britain and Thanksgiving services for the Golden Jubilee, the 80th birthday and the Diamond Jubilee of Elizabeth II, St Paul's Cathedral is a busy working church with hourly prayer and daily services. After the Great Fire of London destroyed the original St Paul's, the task of designing a replacement structure was officially assigned to Sir Christopher Wren on the 30th of July 1669. He had previously been put in charge of the rebuilding of churches to replace those lost in the Great Fire. More than 50 city churches are attributable to Wren. Concurrent with designing St Paul's, Wren was engaged with the production of the 5 tracts on architecture. Wren had begun advising on the repair of the old St Paul's in 1661, 5 years before the Great Fire of London in 1666. The proposed work included renovations to both interior and exterior that would complement the classical facade designed by Inigo Jones in 1630. Wren planned to replace the dilapidated tower with a dome, using the existing structure as a scaffold. He produced a drawing of the proposed dome, showing that it was at this stage at which he conceived the idea that it should span both nave and aisles at a crossing. The result was the present St Paul's Cathedral, still the second largest church in Britain and with a dome proclaimed as the finest in the world. The building was financed by a tax on coal and was completed within the architect's lifetime, and with many of the major contractors employed for the duration. Popping out of the cathedral, when the final stone was placed on the lantern, took place on the 26th of October 1708, performed by Wren's son Christopher Jr. and the son of one of the masons. The cathedral was declared officially complete by Parliament on the 25th of December 1711. In 1716, the total costs amounted to £1,095,556, £139 million in 2014's money. St Paul's Cathedral helped boost morale during the Blitz of World War II. The cathedral survived despite being targeted during the Blitz. It was struck by bombs on the 10th of October 1940 and on the 17th of April 1941. On the 12th of September 1940, a time-delayed bomb that had struck the cathedral was successfully defused and removed by a bomb disposal detachment of Royal Engineers under the command of the temporary Lieutenant Robert Davis. Had this bomb detonated, it would have totally destroyed the cathedral, as it left a 100-foot crater when later remotely detonated in a secure location. As a result of this action, Davis and sapper George Cameron Wiley were both awarded the George Cross. Davis's George Cross and other medals are on display at the Imperial War Museum in London. The best known images of London during the war was a photograph of St Paul's taken on the 29th of December 1914 during the Second Great Fire of London by photographer Herbert Mason from the roof of the Daily Mail in Tudor Street, showing the cathedral shrouded in smoke. In October 2011, an anti-capitalism Occupy London encampment was established in front of the cathedral. The cathedral's finances came under scrutiny. It was claimed that the cathedral was losing revenue of £20,000 per day. Callan Chancellor Giles Fraser resigned, warning that to evict the anti-capitalist activists would constitute violence in the name of the church. The encampment was evicted at the end of February 2012 after legal action by the City Corporation. If you'd like to find out more about St Paul's Cathedral, go to www.stpauls.co.uk.